car handling வந்து increase ஆயிட்டே போகுது. But அந்த multi level car parking இது ஒரு 10 years சொல்லிட்டே இருக்கீங்க. அந்த ஒரு இனிஷியேட்டிவ்
multi level car parking அந்த சமயத்துல என்ன ஆச்சு, we were planning to give multi level car parking along with the berth. But இப்போ நிறைய berth இருக்கும்போது berth construction is not very viable because nobody would like to unnecessarily add a berth when berths are available. So what people told us was that we will be more interested if you only go for multi level car parking alone, don't ask for berth. Berths நிறைய இருக்கு இப்போ. So இல்ல முதல்ல அந்த 60 crore டிஃபரன்ஸ் ஆயிடும். இப்போ நம்ம ஒரிஜினல் ப்ராஜெக்ட் என்ன இருந்தது, berth plus multi level car parking, 60 crore for berth, 40 crores approximately for car parking. இப்போ நம்ம யூசர்ஸ் எல்லாம் என்ன ஃபீல் பண்றாங்க, berth போட்டா ஒன்றும் லாபம் இல்ல, நிறைய berth ஏற்கனவே இருக்குங்க, ஸோ நாங்க மல்டி லெவல் கார் பார்க்கிங் மட்டும் பண்ணலாம். So now we are deciding at the ministry level after consulting this thing whether we should do PPP mode or we should do it ourselves. Because car parking, the way roadway is coming, it may be more beneficial.
இதெல்லாம் முன்னாடியே வந்து எப்படி ஒரிஜினல் பிளான் சாங்க்ஷன் பண்ணீங்க, அப்புறம் திருப்பி 10 வருஷம் கழிச்சுட்டு அது வயபிள் இல்லைன்றீங்க.
அந்த சமயத்துல coal and iron ore we were handling, so all our berths were full. எப்போ நீங்க பாத்தீங்களா கொஞ்சம் berthsல கொஞ்சம் ease out ஆயிட்டாங்க.
How many ships are handled last year? What are the
number of ships? Can you just tell? I got total number of ships handled last year. அங்கே இன்னும் தலைவர்களா இருப்பாங்க, அவங்க கூட பண்ணேன். அவங்க என்ன சொன்னாங்க, சார் இது பிளான் சரியில்லை, இது கொஞ்சம் நீங்க எக்ஸ்டெண்ட் பண்ணீங்க. அவங்க என்ன எல்லாரும் வச்சிருக்காங்க, அவங்க நீங்க அந்த இல்லாம போகக்கூடாது அப்படியே ஒரு அந்த சூழ்நில they had asked us to go 150 meters inside the sea. So the estimate has further increased to 6.5 crores or so. Now with this estimate, the CSR authorities wanted a little change in plan. The Fishermen Association knows that this delay has been caused because of some kind of improvement suggested by them, not because of us. Now this CSR meeting, they said they will conduct it in a day or two and they will get it clear.
அதுக்கு என்ன காரணம்னா, உங்க ஆபீசர்ஸ் வந்து முதல்ல இந்த சம்பந்தமா ஒரு பிளானே இல்லாம அவங்களே போய் கேக்குறீங்க, இல்ல அவங்க சொல்ல பிறகுதான் you are planning something.
Our plan, நம்ம plan உங்களுக்கு நல்லாவே தெரியும். Our plan was to give them shock. நம்ம உத்தல in the present scenario. This year, friends, we started on a very pessimistic note. The anticipated loss, which was projected to the port, was to the tune of around 50 crores. The loss of iron ore and loss of coal was to the tune of around 15 million tons. There was very limited opportunity for the port. In 1 year, after losing on these two growing cargoes, and also after investing huge amount of money in port infrastructure projects like MRIC, elevated corridor, silver tube parking yard, where when you spend money on the infrastructure project, your surplus gets diminished. So your income from interest also gets diminished. So on one side we had diminishing returns from income through various interests. We had loss of cargo. On the other hand, there was also a worldwide recession. Even ports which were doing extremely well last year could not do so well this year. The container hub of this country, namely JNPT port, could not achieve the target of containers. The LNT port and the Krishnapatnam port, who started container in our vicinity, could not make any foray in this particular direction. So in this kind of a diminishing situation, in this kind of a situation where there was a general slowdown and a situation in which our cargo was restricted, I am very happy to convey to you that we have made an operating surplus of 42 crores and we have made a net surplus of 15 crores. This was not possible just by management decisions. This could happen because extremely good work done by my team, by my workers. And I must thank the union leaders because this was the year of austerity. This was the year when we were reducing OT. This was the year when we were reducing medical bills. We were spending less on welfare. In this kind of a situation, our workers gave us a trouble-free time. There was hardly any strike. There was hardly any loss of work due to any kind of hindrance caused by workers. Even our trailers and trolley drivers, their associations were extremely cooperative. You may be remembering in earlier years, for weeks there used to be strike of trailers. But this year, there was once in a while small disruption, but there was not a single major disruption either caused by the traders or by our own workers. But still, the Amrit project is going on. Whatever hurdle we have in whether it is in the Kuppam areas or it is in the 1.6 kilometers of a stretch in the fishing harbour, we are sorting it out and we are going to see that maybe there is a small delay, but the project is completed. First time the port had to do was asked to do CSR activity, and we have spent 75 lakh rupees to build some confidence in the hinterland and do certain projects which are socially useful. Chennai port is emerging as a green port, and I would like to emphasize here that already the POL and the containers, which are cleanest of the cargoes, they constitute 80% of our cargo now. So 80% of cargo is totally clean. The rest of 20% is also mainly cars, bulk cargo, bulk brake cargo, granite. So we are more or less a green port in terms of cargo. In terms of ambient air quality also, our ambient air quality is as per the pollution control norms. For last 6 months, there have not been a single deviation, and we are able to keep our pollution levels very much under the control and as per the specification given by the Tamil Nadu Pollution Control Board and the Central Pollution Control Board. A mooring dolphin which was not repaired, which could not be repaired because some reason or the other, since tsunami, we got it repaired this year, and there was an augmentation of capacity of 2.4 million tons, just because this small work of 6.4 crores was pending for a very long time. We are building up synergy with EPL. Ennore port is our brother port, and we are trying to do some kind of a barge movement between Chennai port and the EPL so that the two ports can be symbiotic and can become a force to reckon with. This year there have not been a single incidence of any surcharge on our trade. There had been congestion, but congestion had been much in control, and the trade has not levied any surcharge this year. For making Chennai port more lucrative, we have taken a lot of marketing initiatives. Big players are coming back to Chennai port. A half-shift gang has been introduced in Chennai port to make it trade friendly. The large vessels which call to the Chennai port, they have been provided some concession, and we have been able to retain the vessels which are coming to the port even after having huge competitions from 2 or 3 ports which have also started containers in our vicinity. In all our physical parameters, whether it is turnaround time, it is detention at berth, or it is what is the ship output, we have not only improved from last so many years, but we have also been able to achieve the MOU targets. And this is only possible if the last worker, which is working at the berth level, is doing what the management is trying to make him do. So all physical parameters we have been able to achieve the MOU targets. Thank you. Now, any questions, any queries you would like to know, you would like to ask, or anything you would like to get clarified.
What are you going to do with manure and you said that you're going to upgrade this. Was it going to handle iron ore? What is the plan going to be?
As of now, we have no plan to handle iron ore or coal because there had been a ban and it has been totally stopped by the Honorable High Court. We have gone for appeal in the Supreme Court. The appeal has not yet been decided. 18/2, that is 18th of February, there was a hearing and then there was some time taken by some of the parties. Now, as and when a decision comes, then only we can take a decision about it. Till then, we are not handling coal or iron ore. And we have no plan to augment any facility to handle coal and iron ore unless and until there is a specific direction permitting us to do that.
No, but what it really says, these projects, this was upgradation of
இல்ல ஐநூறு பண்ணாங்க அந்த ஆளுங்கெல்லாம் என்ன பண்ணுங்க இந்த ஒர்க்கர்ஸ்
நிறைய பேர் எஸ்பிஆர்எஸ்ல போயிட்டாங்க.
எவ்வளவு பேர் ஒர்க் பண்ணாங்க அந்த ஹேண்ட்லிங்ல மட்டும் எவ்வளவு பேர் இருந்தாங்க எங்கேஜ் பண்ணாங்க
1200 பேர் சுமாரா இருந்தாங்க. அதுல எஸ்பிஆர்எஸ் எத்தனை பேர் போயிட்டாங்க?
450 பேர் ஒர்க் பண்ணாங்க. அது வந்து 280 பேர் வந்து ரீடிப்ளாய் பண்ணாங்க. அதர் செக்ஷன் almost 80 people already got here. Only minimum people about less than 100 only they are maintaining just
because our equipment is there. We have huge equipment there, so we have to maintain it.
right.
Even if we want to tomorrow we want to sell it, if we don't maintain it, nobody is going to buy it. So,
இல்ல இப்ப நீங்க கோர்ட் டெசிஷனுக்கு அப்புறம் தான் நீங்க பிளான் பண்ண முடியுமா?
இல்ல பிளானிங் நாங்க ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிட்டேன். அதுக்காக தான் இந்த பிளான் போட்டுருக்காங்க. ப்ளீஸ் பாருங்க. பிளானிங் நாங்க இனிஷியேட் பண்ணிட்டேன். பட் இம்ப்ளிமெண்ட் பண்ண முடியாது. பட் இம்ப்ளிமெண்ட் பண்ண coal berths, what we are doing is we are again planning to use, of course it will be utilized for bulk cargo, but we are coming out with another scheme. We are keeping everything ready because in case it doesn't come, then we cannot lose this time. Now also those berths are being used. The JD Patri Patringa if you use பண்ணாங்க.
When you say another scheme, what is it? You said there is another scheme which you are planning.
No, we are planning to provide. One is dry dock. One is this dry dock is mainly the boat basin and the timber pond area. Then the second scheme is about how to utilize the BD berths. Third scheme is best utilization of JD berths. And the fourth scheme is mechanization of, basically what we are doing is, till now, the craneage, etc., we are doing something and we are sourcing out a part of it. Now we want to have a PPP under which the entire craneage, entire equipment will be given to a public sector party. For that we are doing a consultancy.
Suppose இந்த ஸ்டே வந்து கண்டினியூ ஆகுதுன்னா இந்த மெஷினரிஸ் எல்லாம் you can sell it at least
அது அந்த சமயத்துல டிசைட் பண்ணலாம். இப்போ ஒன்றும் சொல்ல முடியாது. இப்போ சொல்லிட்டா இப்போ
பொதுவா ஒரு நிறுவனம் வளருதுன்னா அதிகமான எண்ணிக்கையில் பணியாற்றினால் தான் அந்த நிறுவனம் வளருதுன்னு அர்த்தம். நீங்க ஏறக்குறைய ஒரு 1500 பேரை வந்து வேலையை விட்டு அனுப்பியிருக்கீங்க. 800 பேரை விஆர்எஸ்ல அனுப்பியிருக்கீங்க. இன்னொரு 750 பேர் வந்து இறந்து போனவங்களுக்கு பணிகள் கொடுக்காம இருக்கீங்க. இப்படி ஏறக்குறைய ஒரு 1600 பேரை பணி நியமனமே செய்யாம எங்க நிறுவனம் வளருது சாதனை படிக்கிறது இந்த வகையில சார் நியாயமா?
அப்படி சொல்ல முடியாது. Every port, every old port, because of mechanization, because of modernization, because of cargo handling, there are surplus employees. And we have to take care of these surplus employees. Either we have to redeploy them or we have to request them to go on SVRS. So, அதுக்கான SVRS அனுப்புறீங்க. இப்போ கோல் இல்ல, iron ore இல்ல, அந்த சமயத்துல even the Honorable High Court order, if you see, it talks about redeployment of the workers, it talks about providing relief to the workers.
இறந்து போனவர்களுடைய வாரிசுகளுக்கு பணி நியமனம் செய்வதில் என்ன தடையா இருக்கு
சார்? சுப்ரீம் கோர்ட்ல ஒரு ஆர்டர் கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. அது பிரகாரம் கம்பேஷனேட் கிரவுண்ட்ல எம்ப்ளாய்மெண்ட் கொடுக்கும் போதே ஒரு ஸ்கீம் ஃபாலோ பண்ணணும். எல்லாரும் கிடைக்காது.
சார் விஆர்எஸ்ல எவ்வளவு எஸ்டிமேட் பண்ணீங்க? எவ்வளவு பேருக்கு விஆர்எஸ் கொடுத்தீங்க?
We were expecting we had the found out the number of around 2000 people.
பட் எவ்வளவு பேர் பேலன்ஸ்
அவங்க அப்ளை பண்ணல. We will have to wait because even
1200 பேருக்கு சர்ப்ளஸ் நீங்க salary காட்டுவீங்க.
we have to pay that part of it.
சார் 2013-14 வந்து எவ்வளவு டன் சரக்குகளை வந்து கையாளாங்கன்னு ஏதாவது இலக்கு நிர்ணயிச்சிருக்கீங்களா?
60 million tons. இப்போ நாங்க பண்ண இந்த வாட்டி பண்ண 53.40 பட் நெக்ஸ்ட் இயர் டார்கெட் 60 மில்லியன். ஒரு கப்பல் புஷ் பண்றதுக்கு பெரிய டன், அதுக்கு பவர் கிட்ட 85 புல்பர்ட் இருக்கும்ல, 120 புல்பர்ட் இருக்கும். நார்மல் டக் என்ன இருக்கும், அவங்க 30, 35, 40 அந்த வரைக்கும் இருக்கும். 120 புல்பர்ட் இருக்கும் போதே அவங்க எந்த ஒரு கப்பல் பிரச்சனையில இருக்கும் போதே, அவங்க இன்ஜின் சரியா ஒர்க் பண்ணல, அவங்க வேற ஏதாவது ப்ராப்ளம் இருக்கும் போதே அவங்க அந்த கப்பல் அவங்க கடலுக்குள்ள எடுத்துட்டு போயிடலாம். இந்த சேவ் பண்றதுக்கு இங்க ஒரு ப்ரொஜெக்ட், இங்க ஒரு ஈடிவி கொடுக்குறாங்க. அது ஷிப்பிங் கார்பரேஷன் ஆஃப் இந்தியா மூலமாக அது போட்டுக்கு ஒரு செலவு இல்லை.
அரஸ்டட் வெசல்